Good morning, friends. It's Teddy Bear Tuesday, and I'm in my favorite PJs. You see, they have ice cream cones on them because I love ice cream. And I have my favorite teddy bear. He's actually not a teddy bear, he's a gopher, but I love him and his big old teeth. Yay. And today I'm going to read a book called Truman. It's not about a teddy bear, but it is about a girl named Sarah's favorite pet turtle, Truman. And at the end, you'll see kind of why he can be like a teddy bear in some ways. So here we go. Truman, written by Jean Reedy and illustrated by Lucy Ruth Cummins. Truman was small, the size of a small donut, and every bit as sweet. He lived with his Sarah high above honking taxis and growling trash trucks and shrieking cars, and the number 11 bus which traveled south. Truman never honked or growled or shrieked at anything or anybody. He was peaceful and pensive, just like his Sarah. One day, Sarah ate a big banana with her breakfast, clipped a blue bow in her hair, and buttoned up a brand new sweater. She strapped on a backpack so big, 32 small tortoises could ride along with it. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 32. But 0 tortoises did. Sarah placed 7 green beans in Truman's dish, 2 more than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She kissed her finger and touched it to his shell and whispered, "Be brave." Then she left. Not to worry, she'd left before and she'd always returned. But this time, the backpack was particularly big, and Sarah looked particularly pensive. And that banana, and that bow, and let's not forget about those extra beans. So what do you think Truman is realizing here? So Sarah has given him some extra beans for dinner, and she's got a backpack packed, and she tells him to be brave before she leaves. So he's putting all of these clues together, and what is he realizing? What is Sarah doing? What do you think? That's when Truman saw something he'd never seen before. Sarah boarding the number 11 bus going south. The bus roared away. Truman waited for Sarah to return. He waited and waited. He waited 1,000 hours, tortoise hours that is, until he could wait no longer. He would go after his Sarah. He would catch the number 11 south, even amid the honking and the growling and the shrieking, even if it seemed impossible. Bonk. That's when he noticed the rocks, 3 rocks that had been there. Ordinary rocks that now seemed extraordinary. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. And the arm of the couch, and the pillow propped just right, and that tall, tall boot, and the rug, that glorious, endless rug. Without Sarah, their home seemed vast and uncharted and unsettling. Truly unsettling. Can you imagine being a tiny little turtle and going across a big apartment to try to get to the door and encountering all of these big things that to us might not seem scary, but to Truman, they're really scary, like Sarah's stuffed animals and her dolls and her toy trucks. To a tiny little turtle, those things might be scary, and especially when you have to across this big, vast rug, and you don't know where the end is or if you'll ever make it there.
But perhaps most unsettling was that Truman could no longer see the taxis, or the trash trucks, or the cars, or the number 11 bus. Which way was south anyway? Now the sun hung low like Truman's head and heart. Just then, see, he has an idea, that exclamation point. And then, vroom, screech, whoosh. Up floors and under doors, Truman heard it, a bus. It was time to catch the number 11 south. Amid the honking and the growling and the shrieking, yet standing there in that ray of light, Truman felt peaceful and pensive and brave.
So, despite being a little scared and feeling low in his heart, that means feeling kind of sad or like he's ready to give up, Truman decided to be brave because he loves his human Sarah so much that he wants to find her. Do you think you could do it? Could you be brave like that?
But just as he was about to slip under the door, through that opening barely the size of a small tortoise, Sarah! She spotted him, shining like the sun. Truman! She cried. She scooped him up and said things like, "Oh my goodness," and "you," and "how did you ever," and "amazing." Sarah kissed her finger and touched it to his shell and tucked him back safely in his tank, where he was peaceful and pensive and proud. And later, just before bedtime, she read him a story. Now Truman knew that one day soon, he and his Sarah might travel south to see new sights and hear new sounds and think new thoughts. Together.
So, where was Sarah that whole day when she was gone? Did you catch that? Looks like she had gone to school for the first time. And for Truman, that was really sad because he was used to her being there with him all day, every day. But now she's going to school. But a good thing is she gets to take Truman to show and tell, which is what a lot of us do with our favorite teddy bears, right? We love to take them to school and show them off to our friends. And so like that, Truman got to go to school with Sarah so she could show him off because she loves him so much. So even though they're not together all day, they still get to be together sometimes and do fun things. So I hope y'all have a really great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.